Good morning, my friends, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. It is so nice to have you guys. It has been a little bit over a month since I've last recorded, just due to being really busy. But challenged myself because I've been missing recording these videos for you guys. So here we are. I'm so thankful and grateful to be back with you guys. Today we have an hour-ish vinyasa flow. You can be a beginner, you can be advanced. There are going to be options for all of you guys. If you are a beginner, we're not going to say that. Just be with your body, challenge yourself, and just play. Yoga, it doesn't have to be so serious. So wherever you're at today, I hope that you're just coming to move, be with your body, connect with parts of you that you haven't connected to in a while or that you need to connect. This practice is truly just to be with yourself. So let's start in seated. We're going to do just have a moment here to ground and to be present. So you can be seated on a block to keep the hips elevated. Maybe hands on your knees for grounding, or up, palms up for receiving. And taking a long spine, dropping your shoulders away from your neck, down your back. Notice if there's any tension in your jaw. Go ahead and release it now. Maybe removing the tongue from, I don't know, just notice how your tongue feels in your mouth. Can you relax that root of where your tongue maybe can start in the back of your throat? Relaxing your facial muscles. Take a deep breath here. And open your mouth, sigh it out. Deep breath in through your belly. And sigh it out. One more. And hold at the top, feeling the chest rise. The belly is full. Relax the shoulders. And open the mouth, sigh it out. And hold at the bottom. Tuck your belly into your spine. Lift the perineum up towards the base of your spine. And bring awareness to your forehead. Breath is still empty. Relax the body. Good, now breathe in. And breathe out. This flow is dedicated to open your heart. So we're going to be doing some heart openers. And a mantra I would love to add into this flow is, love is loving me. Love is loving me. Meaning love is always, love is always, love is always love. And it's always loving you. It is always loving me. Breathe in. And breathe out, seal the lips. Restricting the back of your throat. And now come up out of your seat and finding a child's pose. Wide knee, the edges of the mat, tucking your back toes together to touch and reaching forward. And just start to roll your forehead right to left, left to right, getting your hips involved, just opening up the groin, the pelvis area, the hips, stretching your arms towards the front of your space. Good. Now inhale, pressing into the hands to look up, and then walk your hands over to the right, and then drop your hips over to the left. So you're getting a nice little stretch in the left side body. Dropping your forehead down, breathe in. And exhale. Press into the hands to gaze up. And then walk your hands through center over towards the left, dropping your hips over towards the right heel. And dropping your forehead down. Pressing equally into each palm. Breathe in. And exhale. Press into your hands, lift up. And send your torso forward towards the front of your mat, finding a nice little tabletop. Inhale your belly down, sending your heart forward, finding a cow pose. Gaze is up towards the ceiling or towards the sky, wherever you're practicing, and shoulder blades are down the spine. Hold here. Just notice what it's like to not finding that fluid moment right away. Just maybe staying in the shape for a little bit longer than you might be used to. Breathe in. And then exhale, push the ground away, round the spine. Gaze is in between your legs or at your belly button. Stay here. Push, push, push. You might start to feel it when you stay in this shape in your shoulders, your back, top, body. Inhale, finding cow. And exhale, finding cat. Beautiful. From your cat position, tuck your toes and send your hips high, finding your first down dog of the practice. You can walk your feet, lifting the heels up and down, pressing into all 10 fingers. Thumbs are facing each other. Shoulders and elbows are externally rotated in, away from your ears. Release the upper back. And then find stillness. Inhale, bend your, or lift your heels up off the ground. Bend your knees, sending your chest towards your thighs. And then shoot forward into high plank, engaging everything in the midline. Beautiful. Now send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bend your knees, chest to thighs, stretching the arms, and then blast forward into high plank. Shoulders are over wrist, spine is long, engaging everything. And then hips back for down dog. Breathe in. And on the exhale, look forward and keep your legs as straight as they can be. And just start to find baby steps towards the front of your space. When you keep your legs straight, it's just a nice little stretch to add in. And once you're there, maybe finding feet, hips width distance apart or big toes to touch and heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift. So your palms can be either on blocks, keeping the back as flat as it can go, on shins, or on your thighs. And then fold on the exhale, bending your knees generously. Try not to hyperextend the knees and locking the joint, but bend your knees. Let it feel good, and maybe grabbing opposite elbows and rocking side to side. And then keeping your top half heavy, just roll up into stand. Go super duper slow. And roll your shoulders up and back. And just find a little pop. You can keep your toes on the ground. Just lifting the heels. And just finding a little hop. Activating a little bit more of your heart center, cardiovascular. Flick the wrist. Maybe bringing the shoulders up and down, releasing anything that's heavy off of your shoulders, off of your back. And if you want to pick your toes completely off the ground, that is also another beautiful option for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find stillness and cup your hands, and or maybe use your fingers and just tap where your heart is. You can go up, go around the pec muscles underneath where the rib cage are, and just make little circles, just opening up this part of your body, tapping it down your arms. Beautiful. And find one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Gently close the eyes. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Inhale in. And exhale out. Start to open the eyes. Usually I have a blanket here underneath my mat. And now I remember why. Anyways, fine stand. Your feet are hips width distance apart, or big toes to touch, heels slightly separated. And inhale your arms up towards the sky, finding a big stretch in the spine. Reaching forward. And with your right hand, grab your left wrist, send your hips to the left, and grab your arms and your wrists to the right. Inhale up, switch wrist, and hinge to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Release the palms from your wrist. And then send your hips forward, engaging the glutes, and cactus your arms. And then maybe sending your heart up towards the sky. Inhale up. Exhale, finding another cactus, half bend, sending your hips forward. Heart up. Inhale up. And maybe on this exhale, see if you can go a little bit deeper, opening the chest. Inhale up. And exhale, swan dive, leading with the heart. Fold down to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, roll, stand back up gently. We're going to find a little bit of breath and joy here. If you've watched my videos before, we have done this just to activate more of the heart center. So the breath of joy is a 4-part breath. So it goes in, and then out. Open the mouth to exhale it out. And join me with when you're ready. It goes. Close the eyes. Go in. Release your shoulders on the way down. A few more. Last one. Stay low, stay low, stay low. Connect your chest to your thighs. Maybe interlacing your hands behind your back and pressing your knuckles up towards the ceiling, opening up the shoulders, drop your head. Breathe in. On the exhale, straighten your legs. Pressing the knuckles toward the ceiling or the sky. And then bend your left leg, keep the right leg straight, and keep your palms together in this interlace and drape them over towards the left hip. Then open up towards the right. Inhale, send your arms up towards the ceiling, bend your right, drape your hands over towards the right hip, and straighten the left leg and look up towards the sky. Beautiful, straight both legs. Release your arms towards the ground and plant your hands and walk back to downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose and exhale out the mouth. Find tabletop, so bending your knees towards the earth, flat back, wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Breathe in, exhale. And then lift your right knee up off of the ground and connect it to your right elbow. We're just finding some muscle memory here. Drop it down, now left knee to left elbow. Drop it down, engaging the core. So right knee to right elbow. Drape it down, left knee to left elbow. Place it down one more on each side. Beautiful, pressing into the palms. Now place it down. And then lift your right knee off of the ground, finding a 90-degree bend. So your sole of your foot is pressing up towards the sky. Flexing the foot. I'm going to kick up as high as that heel can go towards the ceiling. Finding tiger pose. I'm going to arch my head back towards my toes. Blocks are beautiful options here. And then exhale, round your knee to your nose. Inhale, finding tiger. Exhale, round. Inhale, finding tiger. And exhale, round. Inhale, finding that tiger pose. Keep it here. And then maybe grounding your right hand down into the earth and extending the left arm forward and back, reaching for that outer right foot and finding that quad stretch and gazing towards back behind you through your left shoulder, opening up that left side of your chest, stretching the right quad. Beautiful. Keep that foot lifted. Release your arm down. Then drop your knee down. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Now let's do that again on the left side. So bend that knee up towards the sky, flexing the left foot, finding that 90-degree bend, and press that heel as high as it will go and arch your head. Breathe in and exhale, round your knee to your nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stay here, and on the exhale, ground down through your left hand. Extend that right arm forward and back, reaching for that foot and kicking into that hand, finding a deeper stretch here in the right shoulder, the left quad, and then gazing behind you. Beautiful. Keep that foot lifted. Swim your right arm back down and then drop your knee. Inhale, finding a cow, dropping the belly, and exhale, rounding the spine. On the rounded spine, keep your toes tucked and send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. Beautiful. Roll forward into high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into high plank. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send your hips up and back for downward facing dog and walk your hands to the back of the mat towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Press into the feet, keep the knees slightly bent, and slowly roll up towards standing. Once you're there, the head is the last to follow. Roll your shoulders up and back. And then inhale your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, send your hips forward, engaging that belly and the glutes, cactus the arms, finding that half back bend. Inhale up. And exhale, swing your arms behind you. Your fingers are facing downward. You're placing the palms on the low of your back, rolling your shoulders back. Elbows are pointing towards each other or towards the back, but squeezing towards each other. Sending your hips back or forward and dropping your head down. Chest is going up. Inhale, come up. And then on the exhale, trace your legs with your hands and forward fold. Walk back into high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, downward dog. Nice job, my friends. Inhale your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Finding a few knee circles here, taking up as much space as you can. So make those circles big. Switch directions. Beautiful. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. We've been here before. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Using your obliques. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your nose, around the spine. Kick that heel up towards the glute. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Place that right foot in between your hands, send your hips down, and inhale your arms up towards the sky, finding crescent, high lunge. Then right knee is bent 90-degree angle, dropping the pelvis down. Inhale, increase length through the spine, reaching your arms up, and exhale, cactus the arms, send your hips down more, looking up. Inhale, come up. And then on this exhale, swing your right hand behind you, your left hand up forward, finding a crescent twist. Press your right knee in towards center, gazing back behind you. Take a few breaths here. Last breath, breathe in. And on the exhale, place your right hand behind you onto your left back thigh and flip that left palm back behind you and finding a little back bend here. Beautiful. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the right hand meeting the left. Drop that left heel back. Left toes are facing the left side, bending the right knee, finding warrior two. Pressing into the outer edge of the left foot, bending the right knee 90-degree angle. Spread that right knee slightly towards the pinky toes. The right heel is in line with the left foot. Beautiful. My hips are underneath my rib cage and my rib cage are underneath my shoulders. My arms are parallel and I'm gazing past that right middle finger. Inhale, reach forward towards the front, and exhale, drop your right forearm down onto the right thigh and extend through the left fingertips towards the front of their space, finding extended side angle. Option to stay here or placing maybe your right hand on a block in between, like right next to your inner right foot, or maybe taking a half bind, wrapping that left hand behind your left back, your low back, or maybe finding a full bind, reaching underneath your thigh and spiraling your chest open towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Release and swing back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg and reverse your triangle. Left hands are on the back left leg. Stretching to the right side body. It's humid out here. Beautiful. And then bend your right knee, spiral your hands to frame your right foot, and send it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to high plank and choose your chaturanga. You can lower down onto your knees first, and then keeping your elbows stitched to the side, you're gonna lower halfway. Inhale, maybe cobra or up dog by lifting your knees and your thighs. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left knee to left. Open the left hip, so bending the left knee, sending that left heel closer towards the glute and finding those hip circles. Keep breathing and then switch the direction. Inhale, three-legged dog, lifting that left foot up towards the ceiling, and exhale, left knee to left elbow. Pressing the belly button into the spine. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, cross. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, push into your hands. Squeeze that heel to the glute for 3, 2, 1. Dropping that left foot in between your hands, sending the pelvis down, grounding down through the left foot, and reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, extend through the spine, and exhale, sink a little bit deeper, cactus, the arms gaze up. Inhale, and on the exhale, twist your left arm behind you, finding that crescent twist, gazing back behind into your left side. Breathe here. Breathe out. Inhale, stay. And on the exhale, drape that left hand on the back right leg and extend your right arm up and back, finding that revolved crescent. Ground down and keep your inner thighs engaged to find balance. And then inhale, bring your left arm up, send your hips towards the front. And through Crescent, drop that right heel and finding Warrior Two. On the other side. Finding the same adjustment. So you're, oh my goodness, these mosquitoes, y'all. So same adjustments. Left heel is in line with your right. Squeezing the right glute and opening the chest. So pretend you're squeezing a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, reach forward, and then on the exhale, drop the left arm onto the left thigh and extend through the right side body. And your options are available. So maybe dropping that left hand on the inside of your left foot, or wrapping that hand below the low of your back, or maybe finding a full bind. One more breath. Feel it in your body. Release your hands wherever they're at. Move through Warrior Two, straighten that front leg, right hand on the back right thigh, and extend through the left side. Bumping that right hip forward, that left hip back gently. Breathe here. And on the exhale, bend your left foot. It's a little hummingbird. Spiral your hands to frame that left foot and step back into high plank through downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank again. You can always drop your knees for chaturanga and do your chaturanga. Inhale, choose your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to do that again. One breath to one movement. You guys got it. So inhale the right leg up towards the ceiling, finding a three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Stay for 2, 1. Drop that right foot in between your hands and inhale, high lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms. Send your gaze on your heart up. Inhale, send your arms up. Exhale, twist open towards the right, engaging the inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right hand behind you, finding a revolved lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, Warrior Two. Bend the right knee, open up on the right side body. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, finding that extended side angle, whichever option feels good. Breathe in. Exhale, spiral your hands back, straighten the front leg, and finding revolved triangle. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, spiral your hands to frame the right foot, and using and same exhale, step back and doing your chaturanga. Lower halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. For 2 and 1, place that left foot in between your hands. You can always grab it. Ground down through that front leg and inhale, crescent up, crescent lunge. And exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, twist open towards the left. Breathe. Breathe out, placing that left hand behind you, revolve triangle. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, drop the right heel down, Warrior Two on the left side. Inhale, reach forward, and on the exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in. Spiral the hands up and back, straighten the left leg on the exhale. Revolved triangle. Inhale. And on the exhale, spiral your hands, bend your knees, frame the left foot, step back into high plank and lower halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, downward facing dogs, guys. Oh, well-deserved down dog. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth. Sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Beautiful. Now widen your stance so my feet are coming towards the outer edges of my foot and finding a wide leg down dog. Pressing into the palms, sending your chest towards your thighs. And we're just going to find a little nice release here. So ground down through the left hand and reach your right hand towards the outer left ankle. And pull your chest through the side over to the left. Breathe. And then place your right hand back. And then bring your left hand on the outer right ankle, pulling your chest through the right side. Oh my goodness, I'm so sweaty. Placing the left hand back. Breathe in. Exhale. Heel toe your feet back to hips width distance apart in your traditional down dog. And inhale your right leg up towards the ceiling for three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to stay here or to maybe dip your toe behind you, finding a wild thing. So straightening the left leg, bending the right knee, and opening your right hand up towards the sky, lifting your chest and your hips. Breathe in. Exhale. To get out of it, I like to bend my hips down, so bending my knees and spiraling back to three-legged dog. Inhale. And then exhale, bring that right foot in between your hands. Ground down through your right foot this time. And bring your back leg, so your left leg, all the way through to standing, balancing on the right foot. Bending the knee, flexing the toe. And then bend your right knee, hooking your left ankle on the outer right thigh, and finding prayer for standing pigeon. Bump the left hip more through center, flex the left toes, and see if you can sink deeper. You can always find your blocks here, bringing them in front. This should just be a nice little quad stretch, little hip stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, release the left foot. Bring the left knee up towards the ceiling again, releasing your arms up towards the sky, and then sending your left leg back behind you, reaching your left hand on the outer edge of your left foot. Option to stay here for just a nice little quad stretch. And if you want the full expression of dancer, slightly keep that right knee bent. Ground down through all 5 toes and press into your hand to lift that leg up. And then once you feel like you have some expansion here, then maybe you can lean forward and play with it. If you get out of it, just get back in. Falling doesn't mean you failed. It just means you tried. Finding a focal point. That right foot probably is burning. That's great. Doesn't have to be too serious. Release that left knee back up towards the ceiling, flexing the left foot, and finding that standing pigeon once more. Bending the hips down, coming as low, maybe dropping your hands down, finding a deeper stretch. And then dropping that left foot beside you onto the right forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Same exhale, step back into high plank or jump back, finding your chaturanga. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend your knee, open the hip. Option to stay here or to take it a little bit further, dipping the left toes behind you and finding wild thing on the other side. Bend your knees, drop your hips down to spiral back to three-legged dog, lifting the left leg. And then bringing it forward in between your hands. Ground down through that left foot, my friends. We're swinging that right leg forward and finding standing pigeon on the left side this time. So inhale, using any momentum, and you can step and take your time to get there as well. Inhale here. Exhale, hook that right ankle onto the left thigh and sink your hips down. Finding and working and balancing really challenge us and shows us where our mindset's at. If we are truly hard on ourselves, or if we are good at offering ourselves grace and compassion, maybe you're right in between, and that's okay too. But notice if you can kind of lean more towards the grace and compassion. Ground down through that left foot, stand up, lift your arms. Bring that right foot behind you, reach for the outer right edge of the foot, maybe staying here, and then finding maybe the dancer on the left side. So pressing into that hand, opening the right shoulder, and maybe hinging slightly forward. Reach, reach, reach. So finding the comparison and reaching and pulling away at the same time. And come up, release the foot. Inhale the right knee up, and exhale, finding standing pigeon again. Use your blocks, my friends. They are your support. Release your jaw. And exhale, maybe placing your hands onto the earth for a deeper stretch. And then maybe just putting your right foot next to your left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale from here, heel toe your feet out towards the edges of the mat. Heels are in, toes are out. And send your hips low for yogi squat. Malasana, pressing the outer elbows into your inner knees. Hands are pressing equally through the center. You can always sit onto a block here too, if that feels good. And just maybe rocking side to side. Beautiful. Now drop your booty down. Extend your legs forward in front of your mat. Do you guys see how sweaty I am? It is like 78 degrees. That's probably like 90 with humidity. Hot yoga, really, truly. Keep the legs lifted. Your belly is engaged. Release your arms up towards the ceiling. Flex your toes. Or maybe lean back and placing your hands and framing your legs. Straightening them out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, extend out. You can always drop your hands too, but I challenge you to find your edge here. We're going to be here for a little bit longer. Ooh. Love is loving me. Love is loving me. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, last one, lean back, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And make sure you have enough space. Drop your heels down. Your fingers are coming back behind you. Fingertips are facing the front of your mat. Then lift your hips and press into your hands to lift up, draping your toes towards the front, finding slide pose, dropping your head behind you. This should be a nice little stretch in the shoulders. And then dip your hips back down, bending your knees and placing your soles of your feet down, bringing them closer to your hips, then pressing into your feet, lifting your hips up, and walking out slightly, finding like reverse tabletop or crab, whatever feels good. Then maybe rock forward and back. Y'all, this feels so good. Keep those hips lifted. Beautiful. And then from here, maybe walk your feet back slightly more, and then send your knees forward Walk your hands towards your feet so that you can come down onto your shins and press up. Inhale your arms up. And exhale. Send your arms forward, your hips back, and airplane your arms behind you. Engaging the core here. Inhale, press up, engage the glutes, lift the arms. And on the exhale, cactus your arms, open the chest. Inhale. And then on the exhale, kind of what we did before, placing the backs of my palms on the lower back. My fingers are pointing down. Roll your shoulders up and back down the spine. My elbows are pointing straight back and engaging the shoulder blades into one another. Inhale. And exhale, send your hips forward, press into your hands. Maybe lean back slightly. Inhale, come up. And breathe out. And then another option, you can do that again if that feels where your edge is at. Or you can breathe in and exhale, lean back, and then dropping your hands onto the top of your heels, sending your hips forward, opening your chest, pressing and grabbing onto your heels, and dropping your head down for a full expression of camel. To get back up, place your hands back on the lobe of your spine and press up, and then come down, finding child's pose. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh it out. Oh, that was a sigh that was needed. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice work, yogis. My friends, take a second, feeling the low back just starting to neutralize, decompress a bit. And then press yourself up slowly and gently. And then turning your heels to one side so that you can easily come down onto your backs, bending your knees, and then gliding down one vertebra at a time. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. If you have a block, go ahead and reach for it. If you don't have a block, that's totally okay. If you don't have a block, you can actually just lift your hips up and place your hands underneath your glutes. If you have a block, find the low setting and place it underneath your sacrum. Lift your legs up, bend them first, and then just lift them up towards the ceiling for supported waterfall. And like I said, if you don't have a block, you can place your hands underneath your glutes. And breathe here. Just finding this restorative pose, feeling everything reverse its way down. Relax the belly muscles. Relax your shoulders into the mat. And deepen your breath. Love is loving me. Even when I can't feel it, can't see it, I know that it's there. Go ahead and bend your knees. Plant your feet down. Taking a moment in the supportive bridge. If you need to remove your hands from underneath your glute, that might feel better, just to keep your knees bent and your feet on the ground. So no matter how you feel, what's going on in your life, know that as much as it's said and repeated, like, you are so loved, even though you might not believe it. The reason we move and do challenging poses, it's to kind of awaken more of sensations in our body and clearing it out for more of the good feelings to arise. Yeah, sure, the challenging poses can tone your muscles and make you look good, but it's more so about noticing the sensations that come up and breathing through it and clearing it out to let more love in. Beautiful. If you're still seated on a block, press into your heels to lift your hips up and remove that block towards the side, bringing your knees back into your chest and rocking side to side. Place your feet down to the earth. Hook your left ankle on the outer right thigh for your pigeon. And then use your left hand, spread your fingers, and gently with love guide that left knee out. Flex the left toes. And maybe using your other hand, spread the fingers and place it on the right thigh, and then push your muscles away from your hip flexors. So you're pressing up with your palms. Option to stay here if this feels good, or you can lift that right foot off the ground, interlacing your hands in between and underneath your right knee or your shin or your thigh, finding that pigeon. Breathe in. And on the exhale, drop your knees over towards the left, using your left foot to gently guide your right knee down, maybe cactusing. Your hands are paralleling them out as a T, engaging through the right fingertips, pressing that right shoulder down. Bring your knees back through center. Place your left foot down and find your right ankle on the outside of your left thigh. Spread your fingers wide and far. Press them on your thighs and release your muscles up towards the ceiling or the sky, away from your hip flexors. Finding that gentle, nice movement. Pressing that knee away, flexing the right toes. And when you're ready, you can pick that left foot up and finding the stretch and pigeon. Breathe in. And then exhale, drape your knees over towards the right, guiding that left knee down with your right. And then look, gazing past the left shoulder, left fingertips. Bring your knees through center, release the foot from your thigh, and bring your knees into your chest. Bending the knees, feet are up towards the ceiling, and reach for the outer edges of your foot or your shins or your ankles and finding happy baby. Pressing the low of your back down and pressing your feet and your knees towards the armpits. Maybe rocking side to side. From here, we're just going to find a counter stretch from all the back bends we've done. So lift your legs back up towards the ceiling. Don't itch. Okay. And then bring your palms back down towards your glutes, palms down, and press into your elbows to send your hips up. So you're finding kind of like a supported shoulder stand here. The fingers are facing up, and then slowly bend your knees behind you. And you can keep them here, and then placing your palms down or extending your legs for plow. Take a few breaths here. Then when you're ready, place your hands back onto the low back, extend the legs up, then bend them again and slowly walk your hips down, bringing your knees back into your chest, rocking side to side, then extending one leg and then the other, finding your resting pose, your Shavasana. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Feeling the points of your body that are touching the earth, getting heavier on the exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Close your eyes. Take up space. Can you bring awareness to the sounds in your space? Maybe go a little bit deeper than the less obvious. Or more obvious, I should say. Maybe you can hear birds, traffic buzzing, pets. Maybe listening with your whole body. Now bring awareness to touch. Maybe it's your body just really feeling the surface it's on. Maybe it's the feeling of the clothes hugging your body. Feeling it. Now bring awareness to your nose, to the sense. Take a breath in. Just notice if you smell anything. It could be yourself. Fresh air, or the scents that are in your space. Now bring awareness to taste. Take a few swallows. Open your mouth and let your tongue just kind of move around in your mouth. Just notice if you taste anything. It could be nothing, and that's a taste. Maybe from some coffee or some anything. Just bring awareness to it. Now gently blink your eyes open and just gaze around your space. What do you notice? Bringing in all the colors, the textures. Just truly noticing what's here. Love is always loving me. Bring your palms together to your heart. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. In reverence and in honor of who you are, the practice you just completed. give yourself grace and compassion and a pat on the back. This is where I'll leave you, my friends. Have a great day. Namaste.